the young and the restless spoilers. Full, welcome back to our channel, Soap Family. Today is a beautiful day, but things in Genoa City are absolutely terrifying right now, and we need to unpack all of this immediately. Grab a snack and get comfortable because we are diving deep into the absolute chaos unfolding on our screens. I cannot believe they are doing this. I am sitting here typing furiously at 2 a.m. because my brain is just spinning out of control after reading the latest spoilers and rumors. 2 deaths, 2 major characters supposedly biting the dust this June. I am hyperventilating just thinking about it because you guys, the stakes haven't been this high in years. I mean, we all know Genoa City is no stranger to tragedy, but the names being thrown around right now are absolutely terrifying. And I know some people are loving this dark, gritty turn the show is taking, but personally, my heart can't take it. Am I the only one who feels like the writers are just playing with our emotions for sport at this point? I've been watching since 2015, and this is the most stressed I have ever been over a storyline. So, let's talk about the 2 names at the top of the Grim Reaper's list, Nikki Newman and Diane Jenkins Abbott. Let's start with the absolute matriarch, Nikki Newman. I've been watching since 2015, and this is the worst thing they've done to her character in a long time. I mean, the poor woman is suffering from these blinding, agonizing headaches. She literally thinks she is dying. And what does Victor do? Does he comfort her? Does he scour the globe for the best neurologist? No. He uses her sheer terror to manipulate her. I am so disgusted I could scream. Victor is playing the doting, devoted husband, whispering sweet nothings to her while she is writhing in pain, all to get her to sign a medical power of attorney. But we all know Victor Newman doesn't do anything out of the goodness of his black heart. Hidden in that legal jargon was a clause transferring all of Nikki's personal shares in Newman Enterprises into a trust that H.E. controls. He is looting her estate before she even dies. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just take a breath. Okay, back to the point. The rumor is that Nikki is one of the 2 deaths. She has a terrible prognosis, and the show is heavily hinting that her time is up. But can we talk about this? Can they actually kill off Nikki Newman? Melanie Thomas Scott is an absolute legend. Remember when they tried this kind of fake out with her before? Yeah, didn't work then either, because the fans rioted. But the way the scenes are playing out right now, Nikki is heavily sedated, completely out of it, trapped in a drug-induced haze, while Victor liquidates her assets to pay for special therapies. Victoria is finally starting to catch on that her father is basically acting like a vulture circling a dying animal. The sheer cruelty of Victor, standing over his wife's bed, watching her fade away, just so he can secure his corporate empire, it's chilling. It's actually making me sick to my stomach. I mean, Nikki has survived alcoholism. She has survived being shot. She has survived so much trauma. And this is how they take her out. Betrayed by the love of her life. So, will Nikki die? I am going to put my foot down and say no. I refuse to believe it. They cannot kill off the Queen of Genoa City. I think she's going to flatline. We're going to get a massive cliffhanger. Maybe she even visits the other side and sees Cassie or Catherine Chancellor, but she will pull through. She has to, because if Nikki dies, the entire foundation of the show crumbles. Plus, Victoria is on the case now. Victoria is going to blow Victor's scheme wide open, and when Nikki wakes up and realizes her husband robbed her blind while she was on her deathbed, the wrath of Nikki Newman will be glorious. I am here for that revenge arc I want to see Nikki take Victor for everything he has. But then we have the second name on the chopping block, Diane Jenkins Abbott. And honestly, I am terrified for her. I know Diane is a polarizing character. I know half the fandom wants her gone, but I love Susan Walters, and I am so invested in her redemption arc with Jack. But the rumors are loud that she might be leaving Y&R, and the current storyline is perfectly setting up a tragic exit. I mean, she has been missing for weeks, and where is she? Waking up confused and terrified in a strange, dark, barred room. It's like a horror movie. Let's break down that scene, because I watched it like 5 times. Diane wakes up, completely disoriented, trying the door handle, and it's locked. She sees the bars on the window, and then she notices a stack of books by Dr. Alan Laurent. This is the smoking gun, people. Then this creepy doctor, Lawrence Markham, walks in, and Diane, being the absolute survivor she is, grabs a letter opener and threatens him. Yes, Diane, fight back. But Markham is so smug. He gaslights her, telling her she had a severe mental breakdown on the side of the road and that Jack authorized him to treat her and lock her up. It's psychological torture. And the theory going around that Dr. Markham is actually Martin Laurent, who got plastic surgery from Patty Williams' connections to look like someone else. Remember when Patty did that to look like Emily Peterson? The show is so crazy right now, and I love it. And speaking of Patty Williams, oh my God, can we please talk about how unhinged Stacey Haydock is playing this role right now? Patty is the one who paid off Martin. Tracy Abbott literally caught Patty handing him an envelope of cash in the park. And then Patty has the audacity to show up at the Abbott mansion, show Jack a staged photo of Diane unconscious in a padded cell, and demand that Jack sleep with her to get Diane back? I am sorry, but that is vile. Jack's reaction was everything. He is panicking. He is desperate. He and Kyle are running out of time. But Patty is completely delusional, talking about recreating the magic they had on the yacht. I am gagging. It's so gross. Because Patty is so unpredictable, Diane's life is actually in severe danger. If Patty doesn't get what she wants, she will absolutely order Markham to kill Diane. And if Markham really is Martin Laurent, the man is a psychopath. He held Sharon and Phyllis hostage. He has nothing to lose. So could Diane be the one who actually dies? It pains me to say this, but yes, I think Diane might actually bite the dust. She faked her death years ago, so having her actually die now, right when she finally got Jack back and found happiness, is exactly the kind of tragic irony these writers love. I am dreading it. I really am. But if it gives Jack and Kyle some massive Emmy-winning grief material, maybe it's worth it? No, wait, I take that back. I want Diane to live. Let's talk about the potential rescue mission for Diane, because this is where things get really wild. If Dr. Markham is actually Martin Laurent, then Sharon and Phyllis are going to be dragged right back into this nightmare. And can we just appreciate the absolute irony of that? Phyllis Summers and Diane Jenkins Abbott have hated each other for decades. They have tried to destroy each other's lives more times than I can count. But now, Phyllis might be the only one who can decode the psychological trap that Markham has set. I mean, Phyllis and Sharon survived Martin's clinic of horrors. They know how his twisted mind works. If they have to team up to save Diane, it would be the ultimate full circle moment. I know some people are loving this idea, but personally, I just want to see Phyllis walk into that barred room and give Diane a classic Phyllis smirk before saving her life. It would be iconic, and we can't forget about Jack and Kyle in all of this. My heart absolutely breaks for Jack right now. Peter Bergman is acting his heart out. Jack is watching his entire world collapse, and he is being forced into the most sickening corner by Patty and Kyle, poor naive Kyle. When Detective Burrow asked if Diane might have just run off, Kyle fiercely defended her, saying she would never abandon her job at J-Bot. He has no idea that his mother is literally fighting for her sanity in a locked room with a madman. The emotional fallout when Kyle finds out what Patty has done is going to be massive. Will Kyle take matters into his own hands? Could Kyle be the one who kills Patty or Markham? That would be a twist nobody sees coming. And let's circle back to Nikki for a second, because my blood pressure is still high over Victor's betrayal. I just can't get over the sheer manipulation of it all. Nikki is lying there, vulnerable, terrified that her multiple sclerosis or whatever is causing these headaches is going to take her away from her family. And Victor, the man who has claimed to love her for 40 years, looks her right in the eyes and hands her a pen to sign away her life's work. It is so utterly diabolical. Remember when he faked his own death? Remember when he brought Marco Anicelli to town? Victor has done some unforgivable things, but robbing his dying wife, this crosses a line that I don't think their marriage can ever recover from. If Nikki survives this, and like I said, she has to, the divorce proceedings are going to be the most vicious legal battle Genoa City has ever seen. I want Michael Baldwin representing her. I want Christine Blair throwing the book at Victor. I want it all. But let's look at the other options. If Nikki is safe because she's a legacy character, and maybe Diane gets rescued by Phyllis and Sharon, who else could be the second death? We have to look at the villains. What about Matt Clark? I mean, the man has been terrorizing the Newman family for months. He got Nick hooked on fentanyl and cocaine, caused Nick to crash his car and almost suffer permanent brain damage. He locked Adam and Nick in a storage room in Vegas. He kidnapped Sharon and Noah. Matt Clark's reign of terror has to end. So here is my official prediction. I think the two deaths in June are going to be villains, or at least one villain and one tragic casualty. I think Matt Clark is going to be killed. Victor has him living at the Newman Ranch right now because Matt is faking amnesia. Faking it. We all know he's faking it. Adam knows he's faking it. And Sharon is absolutely terrified having him on the property. I think Sharon is going to snap. I think Sharon, after everything she has been through, is going to be the one to take Matt Clark out for good, to protect Nick and her kids. And I would cheer so loud if she did. Let's wrap up this late night rant because my fingers are cramping. The rumors of two deaths have the entire Y&R fandom in a chokehold. We are all terrified for Nikki because Victor is literally stealing her company while she's drugged out of her mind. We are terrified for Diane because she is trapped in a psycho doctor's barred house while Patty Williams tries to extort Jack for sex. The drama is at an all-time high. I know some of you in the forums think Victor is going to save the day, but I don't trust him as far as I can throw him right now. He is acting like a complete monster. Am I crazy for thinking this? Am I overanalyzing the doctor? Alan Laurent books in Diane's room? Probably, but that's what we do. We dissect every little clue. I just pray that when the dust settles in June, Nikki is still standing, Diane is back in Jack's arms, and the people who actually end up in body bags are the ones who deserve it, like Patty, Markham, or Matt Clark. What do you guys think? Let me know. because I am going to be awake all night stressing over this.